Hey everybody, Panther0822 here. It is din time with the Panther. I am Panther0822. We'll get started here in a minute. I'm going to share this out. I'm going to share this out here to Facebook. And then I'm going to get the chat here in front of me so I can actually keep an eye on the chat, actually see what's going on. And then we'll get started here shortly. Overall, I'm actually feeling pretty good. I had intended to get 3 videos out today. Excuse me. Unfortunately, this is the second video that I have done today, so I have fallen a little behind. I meant to do an individual vlog in regards to how the trip went, and I did not do that. I ended up actually wasting a lot of time today trying to actually resolve an issue in regards to basically an issue that my wife pointed out, which was the video capture and everything wasn't working right. And the stream I did earlier today, I'm very thankful that there was a person who threw in the chat that it wasn't behaving, basically. So I have adjusted some settings, and I hope that everything is, I hope everything's behaving. Although I will try and listen to this one, and I'll try and pay attention to the end of the video that I did earlier today of Dragon Age, and see how well those things lined up, basically. So anyway, so let's go over spent a week with the father-in-law. True to form as far as family vacations go. Stress was a bit high. It's not quite as relaxing as you'd hope, or as much as you think it is. So, I mean, unfortunately, it was not as much of a recover as I had hoped, or honestly needed it to be. But that being said, I did get a chance to spend some time with my father-in-law, my brother-in-law, well, my other brother-in-law. I have 2 brother-in-laws, at least on my wife's side I have 2 brothers-in-laws. I guess you could consider it my sister-in-law, my brother John, or my brother-in-law John's wife. So I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, so honestly, it was really nice to actually reconnect with them, see them in person, and actually be able to talk to them about just shit, just random shit, whatever we wanted. I mean, it was really nice to actually talk with them again. And the wife and I have officially made a decision. I think I've already stated this, but we are going to go back to Colorado. At the moment, the plan is to go back to Colorado for at least a year. We need to go back to Colorado so that my wife can, my wife knows somebody in the Springs that is a vocal coach, and she knows a different person in the Springs who can teach dance. My wife is a phenomenal musician and a phenomenal singer, and you should go check her out on YouTube. And she's on iTunes, so those links as far as the iTunes and whatnot is actually down in the description. So if you're interested, check the description down below, and it should be all right there. So So I mean, it was just overall it was really nice. I love my father-in-law. I love him to death. He's helped Tommy and I out of a lot of situations. He's been a very large blessing. That being said, there were multiple times, especially towards the end, where with my MS and lack of filters, I found it pretty damn close to impossible to keep my filters intact. And about the only reason I was able to, and I did, is because the wife asked me to keep them intact and not to say anything, so I didn't. At least not to her. I kept them intact in regards to her dad. In regards to Stephanie, I guess stepmom. Yeah, stepmom would be appropriate term. I lost my filter at least once, and potentially more than that, but I know at least once. So, and to a certain degree, I'm kind of sorry that I did lose the filter, but in another way, it kind of needed to come off. And I get really frustrated when I'm asking somebody a question because I don't know the answer, and they bitch at me like I should know the answer, like I've done this a million times, and I haven't seen them in 6+ years, and I don't live with them, so I don't know how they do things. I don't know where they eat particular meals and things like that. I don't know, because I don't live with them. It's not a normal thing for me. So I ended up snapping a bit at her because of that, and I think she kind of might have shrugged it off. Mainly because she didn't say anything to me, and to my knowledge, she didn't say anything to Steve, because normally if Steve said, or she said something to Steve, Steve normally will tell me, and then it'll eventually, well, depending on what it is, there are some things that stay in between family members, and that's what it should be. There are things that happen in between me and my brothers, or in between myself and my mom, that I don't share with other people. Although when it comes to my wife, I share pretty much everything. I'm pretty much an open book to my wife. But again, that's another one of those things that you should be. You should be an open book to your spouse. You shouldn't really be keeping secrets. I try to maintain to that. I'm human, so I do screw up, and I'm not always the best at it, but that is life. It is the way that things go. So anyways, overall the trip was good. It was really nice, and so we're gonna move back to Colorado. We still have a few other decisions. We're at this point, based off of further conversations with Tommy, we're going to be driving out, opposed to flying out. It involves a little extra cost. Right now, we don't have a vehicle because our current vehicle got repossessed. It was actually something our father-in-law was actually quite upset about. Because he really wanted us to have a good car and a good, reliable car. And it wasn't that Tommy and I had an issue with the car. We actually love the car. Nissans are phenomenal cars. They really are. I love them to death. It was the bank that I had issues with. The bank, I mean the loan itself, not including insurance, the loan payments a month were $400 a month. I mean, it was a stupid amount of money to be paying. So, I mean, budget-wise, it was killing us, $400 a month, and we were just getting to a place where we just really couldn't afford it. And then I've also had payment issues with them. When I first bought the vehicle, I was able to call them. I was able to do a payment online or through the automated system, and they could just pull off of my card or out of my checking account, no issues. And then I made about $1,500 payment. I mean, it was a pretty sizable payment, and ever since I made that payment, I had nothing but issues with them after that. I made a $1,500 payment, basically paying. I was more or less 2 months total. I owed them basically 2 months, so I paid past month, current month, and then a month ahead. is basically what I paid. And I think I even paid like almost 2 payments ahead. And after I made that payment, everything went to shit with them. I ended up falling behind, and I didn't know that I fell behind because I was making my payments, but I wasn't actually making my payments because Chase wasn't taking their money. And so they called me, and it was like, hey, you're 30 days past due. And I'm going, oh, excuse me? To find out that their system was not taking my payment, even though it said it was. And then they tried to displace it on the bank. They tried to claim it was the bank's fault. Oh, it's the bank's fault. They blocked your payment. They're the reason. I called the bank. It wasn't the bank. The bank, when I talked to the bank said, yeah, we didn't even see the charge. Nothing came through. So yeah, I mean, it sucks to not have a car. It really does, because we're dependent on other people for transportation right now. And as far as driving back to Colorado, we're going to need to purchase a new vehicle in order to do that. So there's some logistical things that we've got to figure out in order to pull things off. But that being said, we'll figure it all out. It'll all be fine. So, but anyways, yeah, the father-in-law was a little bit upset with us in regards to that, because he would have tried to help us, but but honestly, we didn't want his help. We were very thankful for the assistance that he provided for us before. We got the impression that if it fell behind again, he wasn't going to help us, so we went, why bother? And again, we've been having issues with Chase for some time, and in a lot of ways it was liberating to actually not to have them repo the car. Again, it sucked, but in a lot of ways it was liberating. I mean, basically, it freed up some money out of our budget. It gives us the freedom to look into something, set some money aside, and find a car that's really affordable, stuff in like the low thousands, like $3,000 to $5,000, and it'll give us a couple months to save up and maybe potentially, depending on some variables, but potentially buy a vehicle just outright and not have to deal with a car payment, or put a decent down payment down on a vehicle and have lower down payments, because even with our credit as crappy as it is, have it so that because of the amount of the down payment, our payments are affordable. So that's kind of that in a nutshell. I apologize. I applied for road loans today, which is a company that does auto loans and works with people who doesn't have terribly great credit. But unfortunately, I've not seen an email from them, so I'll have to call them in the morning and find out. Find out why I haven't gotten that email yet. Because even if you get denied, they'll tell you. They'll tell you that they weren't able to help you. So I mean, either way, I should have seen something. I didn't. So that's all right. I can go to the website. I can see if there's something where I could like log in and whatnot. So I can look into that in the morning. It's not that big of a deal. I just wanted to know. So how's my MS treated me today? My MS today has been moderately kind for the most part. No, I really haven't dealt with any pain today. I've had a little, not a lot. The major issue I've had has been basically has been a comprehension issue, or has been kind of more of a verbal issue. That's really where I've had most of an issue. Tommy's tried to ask me something, or I've been having a conversation and I just won't process, or I'll end up getting a really short fuse because she's asking me to show her something, and I'm trying to show her, and something's not where it's supposed to be, and I can't remember where it is because my memory these days is not what it used to be, unfortunately. Or she's trying to do it on her iPad, and because programmers for places like YouTube, like what I'm streaming on, or other websites are lazy with their programming code, or honestly just because they're trying to force everybody into, oh, we don't want you to do it on a tablet, we want you to do it on a PC, so we're going to take some of the functionality that you normally have on your computer, but we won't give it to you on your tablet. Which honestly I think is horseshit. It's frustrating because the majority of people these days do things on their tablet. If I'm going to edit something, I'm far more likely to edit it on my tablet because my iPad's a lot easier to deal with than my computer in some ways. So, or I may not have access to a computer and I need to do an edit, and the only thing I have access to is my tablet, but because they reduce functionality when it comes to a tablet, I can't do it until I get home. And I mean, in a professional environment, that's not cool. Not even remotely cool. It's really not. And I mean, I can't say that I'm necessarily in a professional environment, but for those people who are in a professional environment, who stream in a professional manner, who do things who need to do things at the speed of business, and they're out and about, and they've got their iPad on them, or they're using an Android tablet, and they need to go to YouTube and edit a video. They need to hit that edit button, and they need to like add monetization, or they need to change something. They want to change the cover picture or something like that, and they can't do it on their tablet. It's a problem. It's a very serious problem, and it's frustrating. So yeah. So, and I'm saying so a lot. I guess so is my my of the day. Alright guys, well I'm tired, I'm gonna go ahead and kill it. I appreciate it. Don't forget to that subscribe button down on the bottom and the bell icon so you get notified when I do streams and videos, because I do this. I do the vlogs 7 days a week, health and or schedule permitting, and I do gameplay Monday through Friday, again health and or schedule permitting. So anyways, thank you so much, and until the next time, this is Panther 0822. Peace out guys, have a good night.